What's going on, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 128 of Just Give Me Five. I hope you guys are doing great. Continue to be amazing. We got a really awesome show lined up for you today. But first things first, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe. And I need you to spread the word about Just Give Me Five. All right. If you guys caught episode 127, you saw we had none other than my man Chino. And let me tell you, Chino truly delivered for us on such a really positive situation, man. We had another situation that was lined up that didn't end up going according to plan for us, but we had Chino backed up in San Diego, and we made it work, and he delivered. He gave us everything that we wanted, everything that we needed, and more. Everything from Friday Night Flavors, to performing at Dodger Stadium with his cousin Fluffy, and just everything that he's got going on now. And his home is just completely awesome. And where we were filming at was like an arcade room that he had there. So he's got all his Funkos, and he's got all the games, the retro. It's just super dope. And it was just a really awesome time spending out there with Chino. Out there in Chula Vista, we had some amazing weather, of course, in San Diego. And man, like I said, man, he just truly delivered. That guy is an absolute gem. And make sure you guys watch episode 127, and nothing but love and respect to you, my brother. All right. But today's guest is one of the Arizona pioneers in this hip-hop game and definitely deserves his flowers. We're going to talk about how he became an MC, as well as some memorable moments. We're also going to talk about the real estate field that he's in now, a Black-owned law firm that he has partnered with, the Brunch House, and so much more. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Big Wax.
Yo, it's your boy Big Wax, and you know we live. All I'm saying is just give me five. Early 80s.
Okay.
In the early 80s, where you could still buy like cassettes.
Right.
At the park and swap.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Who was it at the time that you were like listening to that really kind of influenced you to be like, okay, I want to do this?
You know what? It was just hip hop back then. It wasn't like East West. No, people weren't like, oh, they're from here or they're from over there. It was just hip hop, like EPMD.
Yep.
Like Special Ed,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Ice-T, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So you're listening to these individuals.
They dropping LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying?
So that's like, now it's like, okay, these are the influences. This is who you're listening to, and it's like, okay, from then on, what were the first steps that you started to take into trying to pursue it?
Trying to mimic the raps, trying to understand like the cadences, trying to understand like how to spit it the way they're spitting it, breath control, you know, just doing your homework. You know, I call it rap homework.
Right.
You know, back then just studying the art, the craft, you know, it was all organic back then.
Absolutely.
Raw sounds, nothing digitalized, you know what I'm saying? Reel to reel. So it was like raw scratches, boom bap, you know what I'm saying? Claps and a sample.
Exactly.
Raw with a deep ass bass, smacking. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get your flow. You had the freestyle back then.
You did.
Real freestyle, nothing written.
Right.
Nothing
off the top.
Somebody heard in a song. None of that. Just straight freestyle.
Exactly.
Top of the dome.
Exactly. And then locally, because you grew up in South Phoenix, who were some of your influences locally growing up?
Back in the day, man, that's a good question. For sure, Rock-A-Dollar.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
I Rock Loke, you know what I'm saying? Paradise, Domino, Mike Mills, Bookie, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just nonstop back in the day.
Yeah.
The people who were out that were active and we were hearing them on the radio and they had studios or they were selling beats or whatever, the people that were moving around.
Exactly. Yeah, because you speak about Buki, it's like, when he got radio play, right, was when he was on the record with Von Tell.
Von
you know what I'm
Tell.
saying?
Yeah.
So that was like at that time, you were looking at it like, because he went to North High School with my cousins. So my cousins used to be like, yo, there's this cat Brian, you know what I mean, at North. He nice with it. He about to get a deal. This was like 97. And then it's like, you know what I mean, you started hitting, you see, I heard him on the radio, Roger Troutman on the record, you know, that was For My Homies. That was the record I remember. Yeah. And so you had individuals like that were influencing you. Now you take it a step further, right? So now, what do you remember, like, your first show? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because now we had the prepping stages, right? Now it's action.
It's action. My first show was at a house party in the townhouses.
Okay.
Right on 44th Street, the 44 block.
The Townies, man.
The Townies.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Shout out to the Townies.
My aunt used to live there. I'm very familiar.
Okay. So it was a house party. Back then, house parties were just kind of like the movie House Party in the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody wasn't rapping.
People were dancing.
Yeah, and the mic was always available because you had to be hard to rap. Back then, you're going to get booed, clown, talked about really bad. So everybody wasn't, fiending for the mic back then. So you could get the mic at a party, but you better, you know what I'm saying? You
better have thick skin if it ain't.
Yeah. So, I was just doing my little, raps and shit with the homies, and it was a house party, and it was cracking. It was lit, and they had the mic, and then somebody was like, Wax, go ahead. I was probably one of the homies over there just kind of going back and forth beatboxing. I was nervous as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I pushed past it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grab the mic. Everybody stopped. This is when people paid attention to the MC and stop and says, okay, what is he saying? What is he talking about?
Right.
So everything stopped. They're like, okay, let's go. They played the beat, and I just went from the heart, top of the dome, to start freestyling.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. And I thought it sucked. And I was like, man, and they was like, nah, that shit was dope. Yes, that shit. I was like, for real?
Yeah, y'all like that?
Back then, it was like, yeah, you was gas and you was harder than the other niggas. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I had to say that was probably my first show at a house party, getting down, freestyling, top of the dome.
And so we speak about top of the dome. Do you remember when you started to first actually write songs?
Yeah, I was writing a long time ago when I was, a kid, with my cousins hanging out. So we were already writing raps, probably like 4th, 5th grade. We were already writing, schools were different, you know what I mean? It paid to be smart. Your parents were strict, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you had to be good in school.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you ain't wearing no Jordans or, you know what I'm saying? None of that stuff back then.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. I didn't have my first J's till I was a grown man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So it was different back then. You had to be sharp in school. You're not getting no toys. You're not doing.
And if you wanted to get rewarded, you had to make the honor roll or something.
Honor roll, we was hitting the honor roll and all that stuff. So that translated into, being able to write. So we were writing raps, well before, years before I even touched the mic and started, you know what I'm saying, doing like shows, me and my cousin Banks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man. And then, from then on, so when did you know that you wanted to have the name Wax? Like, how did that start?
That started from my homeboy, man. That's back when people gave you names.
Right.
You had to like earn your name.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's when the Menace to Society was popular and shit. And I was like, I didn't even like this shit. Homie was like, my name is Aaron. So the homie's like, hey, Wax. Like, you Wax. We don't call you Wax. Laughing and shit. I was like, bro, that's not my name. But back then, it was different. They were like, we don't call you Wax, man. Rest in peace, my guy, Trey.
Yeah,
They started calling me A-Wax. And then it went to Waxinator, then Young Wax to Big Wax.
Yeah, man. And then when it's just like, so now it's like, it's just, when it was Big Wax, what solidified that? Where you're like, that's it. This is the name. This is my name.
You know what? Because I started seeing a lot of Youngs, because I was Young Wax and I spelt it Y-U-N-G on purpose.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing Youngs everywhere. And then eventually, like, you can't just you could be young at heart, but you can't keep walking around talking about you young. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man.
I mean, Young Emcee can do it, but, he's a pioneer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the OG, but me, you know, you got to drop the young at some point. You can't be like still on the young. So
exactly.
That's where that came from. hearing Too Short for the first time. Like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Man, my pops and uncle came home with the Born the Mac tape. And
Yeah.
and Pops, he was on that gas back then, you know,
Right.
the Reggie. They Reggie,
Right.
man, skunk, whatever they was calling it back then.
Yeah,
I got this
right.
skunk.
Dank and
But
shit,
yeah,
yeah.
so he
Yeah.
come, my uncle, he get off work. And then my mom was like, man, she was like, you better not play it in front of them kids, because he had two sides. He had a clean side and he had a dirty side.
Right.
And they were like, all right, we're going to roll up, whatever, and we're going to go outside and smoke and listen to this new Too Short.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, whatever, moms, I'm just going to have to take the whipping for this one. So I went outside, and they was playing it. He had like a Caprice or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's like a
Nova
Black Eldorado or
like
something.
that.
Yeah.
Back in the day. This is, on the mountains where, old school houses in South Phoenix, carport, no garage, no HOA.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you know what I'm saying? So they bumping, smoking, doing their thing. I sneak out there, and I hear Too Short just cuss words. I was like, whoa, this dude is, his nuts this big. Like,
Right.
I just was like, damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy. But I was
yeah.
like fascinated at the same time. The next thing you know, I think I got like a NWA record.
Okay.
Eazy-E, back in the days, which is that, being on a part of the West Coast culture.
Yeah.
That made sense, because I was like, oh, this is what we doing. We outside with it. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
dope. You know what I'm saying? So
And funny about that, right? Eazy-E's mom lived in South Phoenix.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So
rest
he used
in
to be
peace
out
the
here a lot.
legend.
That's how Cube got introduced.
That's what's
Remember,
up.
Cube was out here for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, him and Dub C just had a show out here. They was giving it up for Phoenix.
Yeah. I think he went to DeVry. He went when he was out here for a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to the Don Mega.
So
Big
that was one. So what are a couple more off the top that you could think just from your whole journey that stood out to you?
Mill Avenue,
Yes.
1992, Mill Avenue Ciphers.
Absolutely. Talk about it.
The Sun Duns. The Dun Sun Duns. You gotta have bars.
Yes, sir.
And this is like Mill, man. This is where Mill Avenue and Tempe, we talking thousands of people on Mill, and there's just a block with nothing but MCs, but the dopest MCs.
Right.
And the word is across the town. There ain't no internet or nothing.
Nothing.
It's all word of mouth flyers.
Oh,
So
yeah,
people
man.
pulling up. This is back when people were around, a lot of our friends. So we were deep back
Right,
then. We
right.
were way deeper.
Oh, yeah.
So people, pull up to their groups. But Mill Avenue, bro, freestyle ciphers right there, man. You should do that. Give me 5, 1992. Mill
Right.
Avenue.
The Mill Avenue, man.
Mill
the
Avenue,
Mill Avenue
92.
edition.
Bro.
Absolutely, man.
For reals. And it was like the lyrical miracle. And
Oh, yeah.
they'll eat you up bar for bar.
Yeah,
But like the thing with me is I represented the street hop, but I'm barred up though.
Yeah,
I'm coming
yeah,
with the
yeah.
bars. I got on a
Exactly.
Dickie suit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm strapped, whatever, but I'm gonna give you these bars too.
Right.
You're gonna get some street bars.
Yeah, man.
So that was always kind of my angle. So I'm going against giants.
Yeah,
That's when back in AZ, New York was the deepest out here. They was like the deepest. Yeah, taking everybody girl, got everybody talking about Sun and B and Timberland boots and everything. They done knocked your bitch. Everything's gone.
Right.
She's gone. She done got with yo. She talking like yo. It was bad.
right.
They was out here killing it.
Right.
Shout out to New York though, but that
man.
was the '90s. But they had, they had it on lock, bro, and it was just like juggernaut shit. You had to pull up and just, nigga, you got your boys there with you and just start gassing to the last man standing. I mean, like, I'm getting on your hat, I'm getting on your shoes, I'm getting on your man's shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going. We just gassing.
Everybody getting it,
Yeah, Mill Avenue, bro, 90, 92, 93, 94.
You had to have them cops rolling through on them horses and shit.
Yeah, because when everybody went back to school, because the horses,
because it'd be right off of 5th Street.
Hell
right
yeah,
there.
they get out of, they'll jump off that horse and whoop your ass quick.
Hell yeah,
out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Absolutely.
we is out there just to do our little rap stuff, holler at a couple females, and get on up out of there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we still were in high school.
Yeah.
So after everybody did that on the weekend, word hit the streets on who won the battles, who held their own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It hit all the schools. That Monday is when everybody would say, oh, they got down, or so and so got down. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You would probably definitely run to like a Poker Face or Hannibal Lecter or something like that out there. Easy out there chopping heads.
Right. Man, good old days, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then,
One more.
yeah, let's think about what you got. One more.
Just, you know what? Actually, it's I don't know if you want to say it's tangible or not, but just really being recognized for it, bro. Like, a lot of my music, I didn't really charge people. Like, I would, you know, I had a budget for marketing, so I would press up the CDs and give them out.
Yeah,
They'll come back and get the merch later. So one time, man, I used to just like, just here's the scenario. Like, I would be at a gas station somewhere in like West Phoenix, Maryville, somewhere deep.
Yeah.
You know, getting some gas or something. And I'm out there like, hey, you want a CD or something? And a young dude will come up to me, hey, Wax, what's up, man? I know you, bro. You gave me a CD when I was like 14, 15, man. I remember that, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 whoop. And that type of interaction is like, you know what I'm saying? That's priceless, bro.
Absolutely, man. Because, I mean, it's genuine.
It's genuine and it's raw. And it just made me, you know, solidify how I felt about, you know, my career or what I've, you know, done and contributed to the hip hop community.
Absolutely. And people don't realize how far that goes because,
Yeah.
you know, with the internet now, you got a lot of people that are like, they just feel like they just do everything online. But when somebody can meet you and feel the temperature, feel what you about, that can turn into a lifelong fan.
Real
They can be
recognized,
like,
real.
yeah, like I met Wax. I remember, you know, at a Jack in the Box, man, on Central Phoenix, and he was a real one. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That'll go a long way, man.
For reals.
Yeah.
I have another time, my boy, I ran into his pops. My boy, Martin, Ryder.
Okay.
Ryder from Maryville. I ran into his pops. Gave him, I didn't even know it was his pops at the time. I just seen an OG, you know what I'm saying? I got back in town and I slanging a couple CDs. I got a 2 for $20 and he bought them. Took a picture with him and he posted it and the homie was like, hey, Wax, that's my pops.
Wow, wow.
That's what's up.
See, that's cool, man.
Yeah, stuff like that, man, so.
That's dope, man. I also remember, because I remember you were running around, you were doing, there was a period, man, where you were like everywhere. I think you was running, was it DJ Unknown, right? He was doing,
shout out to Africa. Yeah, DJ Unknown.
Yeah, you know, I remember you guys were doing, you were doing shows, and I was like, man, my man, you know, Aaron is everywhere. You know, I call you Aaron, dog. We go back 2002, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I met you at South Mount Community College.
Community College,
Cypher.
baby. Yep,
It's the Cypher. They come get me out of class. They like, it's some niggas killing everybody right now. They like, Wax. I'm like, man, quit playing. They like, no, for reals. I get over there and it's you.
Yep, that's right,
You
man.
and Murph from the Turf.
That's
At
right.
South Mount Community College. Y'all was knocking everybody down. They come to get me. I think me and you went head up real quick. We kept going back and forth. I was like, oh, he nice.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, he can stay. He can
stay. Yep. They came and got me from class, man. Wax, this some niggas over there killing everybody right now. I was like, what's cracking? I was just started pushing the
Yeah, man.
That's how I met you, bro.
That's right, bro. That's
South
right.
Mount Community College.
And I just remember I was like, man, seeing you around, like, you know, when you was, you know, I was like, man, my man Aaron everywhere. He winning right now. I was proud of you, man. It just seemed it was like you couldn't miss. You know, you was with you be with E40, you be with Q, you be with Too Short, you know what I mean? And I was like, nah, he repping it right, man.
Yeah, you gotta represent, man. And that was just like getting on shows and not and really believing in the no local support. And you really gotta like, people gotta like really rock with your music outside of your immediate circle or city.
Oh, absolutely, man.
They have to, you'll be surprised on records that you have with somebody here like Japan and stuff. I was seeing you in Japan, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's how I got onto Japan later. You know what I'm saying? But seeing you going, I was like, bro, they don't even know this dude is dope. You a dope artist. What you're doing is dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to just be on the show. I remember seeing the first time, I was like, that's about to take off, man.
I appreciate it, my brother. Man. Yeah, man.
Likewise. I already been doing real estate, and I should have brought it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
A friend of mine, I got an anonymous letter, old school letter in the mail with no return address with my name on it, and it's 2 real estate articles.
Okay.
Wholesale, and it was a note that said, Aaron, I love you. You would be great at this. And I still don't know who sent that to me. One of my good friends. I think it was one of my friends from college.
Really?
Yes, I still have it. It's like on a letter, sticky pad, the note, everything.
Wow.
This is probably about maybe 2008. 2007 or something like that.
Okay.
So I saved it. I still have it. Hopefully I can send it to you,
Yeah,
screenshot it.
yeah, for sure.
Still don't know who it is.
Wow, man.
And yeah, I opened it, looked at the article, and back in the day, you know, you would have people like, hey, I'm looking for a house, or hey, I got a family member from Philly, you know, out here, hey, and I was just like, you know, just kind of middleman. You middleman a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In real estate. So I always did that to a degree. And then I just started working on it while I was doing the music, but I didn't say anything. I didn't announce it or anything. It was just
on the
like,
low.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, one of my exes at the time, her and her friend, they were like pursuing the real estate thing.
Okay.
And they were like, you know what, you should try, you would be dope. And I was like, you know, it's sales. I didn't see myself as a salesperson. They were like, you would be dope. They were taking the test or whatever. So they passed the test and they started, and I was just sending them people.
Yeah.
Just my people, like referrals, and they were closing them. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. And then I saw it hands-on first, and then I jumped into it.
Okay.
And it was pretty rough. It took me a while, like 9 months to a year.
Yeah.
To sell my first house.
Get the groove of everything.
Yep. Yep, I'm a felon, so a lot of stuff came up. Fingerprint clearance, background check. It was denied, so that was dragged out. I had to appeal it, fight it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, go through that because Arizona doesn't have like an expungement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So got past that, and then it's one of those things that you just learn hands-on. It's like, it's a business. So what I did was just focus, and I honestly just, any extra fat, any extra nonsense from anybody, I just eliminated it. I just cut it off.
Yeah.
And went like super duper focus mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. To conquer, you know,
Right.
the goals.
And now it's like, man, you've been at it for, what, like almost 14 years or something, huh?
Total, yeah, but like, you know, my license and all of that, like about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you just like say, yeah, 14 years or so. Yeah.
What's like the most wildest house that you've sold where you were just like, damn? You know what I mean?
Like bad or good, like a luxury or like just a crappy home?
Let's do luxury. We'll focus on the fly shit.
You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know, because you don't focus on the property.
Right.
I'm focused on the client.
Right. That's a great answer.
Thank you. And because it's real. And I'm more focused on the excitement from my client versus, like, honestly, if you're a first-time home buyer and you bought a house with me, all of my first-time home buyers.
Okay.
First time buying a house, first time in their family, you know, getting a credit, purchasing a house.
Yeah.
That experience it reciprocates every time.
Nice, man.
Every time, that just seeing the joy, them jumping, the kids are there, the family,
Yeah,
it's their
man.
first house, they
Exactly.
worked hard, you know, whatever it was. And sometimes it takes people a year, 2, 3 years. You know, I got pipelines, and somebody might not be ready now. They'll pop up 3 years later. Hey, wax, I'm ready. Let's go. I did my, all right, come on, let's go. Loyalty.
Yeah.
I'm dropping what I'm doing. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So it's like it just brings you a joy to. It's got to be a joy, a joyous moment to witness these things, you know, for these firsts for some of these people.
100%. That's what a lot of people go wrong, because they see the money and they're focused on the money, but you can't be focused on the money in this business. That's not how you make the money.
Yeah.
Focus on the client.
Right.
You know? And
Absolutely.
that'll give you that longevity versus, oh, I just need the money. No. It's like if you're in a trap on a block, it got to be quality.
Right.
You know,
right.
I got some quality Reggie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right, exactly. It's got to be quality, baby.
I got that good Reggie, you know what I'm saying? I put the refrigerator for a little bit, put some orange pillars in there. Made it right. I got you, bro. I got you.
We gonna make it
the
work.
Real Migos, the real Migos. What's next? A lot. It's just, you know, the things that you really accomplish, you don't say it. You don't announce it. You don't post it. Like what you're really working on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to say, all right, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Da da
Yeah.
da. It's a lot easier for me to just, talk about what I'm doing at the moment versus me just, oh, I got this going on. We got this. I want to do that. I've never been that type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
sometimes it jinxes it sometimes, you know?
Right. Right.
But for the most part, we got some film movie stuff going on out here in Arizona. I got a few albums ready right now. The music's dope. I just dropped a single, a R&B track. It's called Wetter, featuring ADZ the Don, produced by Tronzilla.
Okay.
Rest in peace, DMX. If you know, it's one of DMX's producers from Arizona,
Right.
Tronzilla.
Right.
The first producer that bought a house from me, actually. Cashed me
Really?
out for a house. Yeah, shout out to Tronzilla.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yes. Yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he produced the track Wetter. I'm pushing that now. And the story, actually, let me give you the story behind that is Little Flip was going to get the beat when Tron first did it.
Okay.
And he didn't. And then after Tron sold the house, I was like, all right, let's do some music or whatever.
Yeah.
And he played the beat. And I was like, oh, that's dope. I was like, what you want for it? Cashed him out for the beat. And then I put it to the side for a year.
Wow.
And then he calls me out of the blue. He said, hey, Wax, hey, Flip just called me. He asked me about that track. He really wanted it. He's like, what you going to do? I was like, yeah, I'll license it out, whatever. Don't even worry about it. And then he was like, all right, cool. Send your number, contract, paper, whatever. And then I listened to it, and I was like, damn, this shit is dope. I'm keeping it.
Right.
I was like, I'm tripping. Hey, tell them all bets off.
Yeah.
And that was the story behind that, though. But shout out to Tronzilla.
Yeah, man.
That's my guy.
And then we got to talk about this brunch joint you got.
The Brunch House.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to the Brunch House, man. Woo.
How did that come about?
That is a family thing, man. It's Black owned. It's in the community. I'm an independent contractor. So I do a lot of marketing, branding, social media marketing, stuff like that. Like project management stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, so any type of business, whether it's real estate, restaurant business, law, whatever, I'm able to, transition. But the Brunch House is lit, man. It's dope. Day parties, hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
They got weeknights. It's where the baddies be at. It's just lit.
Yeah.
It's people flying in, coming from Africa and Mississippi,
Man.
and people fly in just to go to it, just like Arizona. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
man.
well, we're excited, man.
Yeah, man. It's because I've seen when Super Bowl weekend was here. I saw it was popping. You was having Suns players in there.
Yeah, shout out to Phoenix Suns.
Yeah,
man.
man. Everybody was popping in there, man. And then so you had that's you have a part in that, correct?
Yeah, it's multiple owners. It's a family. It isn't just one person.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
But I see they be having you on the mic. I be seeing you.
I'm the host with the most, baby.
That's right.
We got it cracking because it's about the vibes.
Right.
And it's in Levine, you know what I'm saying? It's like right there in the community. You don't have to drive to Scottsdale.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, man.
It's in the community. So we're gonna support it, man. Come out, have a good time. You'll see me hosting. I'll pop in here and there every once in a while. But the grand opening was in January, so
nice.
Salute to the Brunch House TV, coming soon.
I love it, man.
Yes, sir.
And then your recent venture that I was super, super, super proud to see is you have a law firm.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that.
Shout out to one of my sponsors, Regain Law Firm. I think it was December of 2021, Arizona passed law practitioners, similar to like a nurse practitioner, a law practitioner where you can own and operate a law firm without having a law license.
Wow.
So, who I was partnered with at the time, who I co-founded it with, shout out to Nancy Williams. She's an attorney. She was already an attorney, and me being with the business thing, like I mentioned earlier, it's a business to me. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's manageable. Once you know the ins and out, the logistics,
Right.
you know how everything works.
Exactly.
So we broke down the law because that's part of it. She read it. So they passed that. Then it's very strict. So there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through, like the type of bank, type of accounts. You got to make sure it's like, you know, a bunch of rules, and you know, it's money. So it's a lot moving around. So everything is audited
Yeah.
to a T. It's kind of like real estate at the
Right.
same time, because realtors, we're just like your attorneys for land, property.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of marriaged the two.
Yeah.
So it's black owned.
It's black owned, you know?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
huge, man.
It's family law divorce. You know, both sides for male or female. If you got crazy baby mama, crazy baby daddy, Regain Law Firm. You'll see the arm, the logo. That's my little arm on there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was an experience, and it was another thing that I didn't announce until afterwards.
Yeah,
It was a
man.
lot of work. To answer it, any child, anybody that grew up poverty stricken in the ghetto, in the hood, you have to be special. You have to know you're special, because you're stacked with so many negative things coming at you automatically. You know, it can be just, you know, the color of your skin, with anything. You have so much stuff. You have to know that you're special. You know what I'm saying? You have to know that you're blessed and carry yourself that way and be extra confident, and, you know, offend people with your confidence, and move out of love. You know what I'm saying? And if you are from those poverty-stricken, humble beginnings, you are special, because it takes a special type of person to make it out of those situations. It takes a special type of person to survive those type of circumstances, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever it is. So that is something that I like to project. So for my people that do follow me, or however, whoever I inspire, I want them to see me going from the block to the rap to the college to, you know, you can
Right.
do it too. And shout out to my guy Brett, because we closed over a couple million together. He's a lender out here in Arizona, and you'll see him. But I want to shout him out because he called me and did real estate with me off of Young Wax. He seen a video on YouTube and called me and said, "Hey, are you Young Wax?" And I was like, yeah. He was like, "I want to buy you lunch. I want to come check you out. I seen your videos. I'm a lender." And I was closing the next day, and I was filming for my guy from New York, Roxwell. He was filming me that day, and I was like, "Yeah, meet me." Bought me lunch, everything. Pulled up the video. I was like, "What songs did you like?" He pulled up like and a couple other records, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've been closing deals ever since.
Wow, man.
And that let me know, like, I didn't have to change who I am. I can
No.
still
He loved you just for who exactly,
And
Young
we're
Wax,
still-
you know, for who you were.
straight up. And I've been
Wow.
doing business with this guy. We didn't close millions of deals.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
off of the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still, you know, branding and using my brand, Aaron Christopher, Young Wax, Big Wax, Nader Made Entertainment, you know, solidifying your brand. And I'm doing real estate off of my music. You never know who's watching, who's listening. Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Big Wax, aka the Hip Hop Realtor. That was my sign off. And all I'm asking is just give me 5, brother.
And there you have it. Man, shout out to Wax. I've known Wax since 2002. You know, we went to South Mount Community College together. And, you know, just, man, phenomenal times back then. Like he said, man, we were getting it in the ciphers out there, you know, and I knew him as Aaron. You know what I'm saying? So we go way, way back. Way, way back. And we both have seen each other really just grow throughout our journeys in life. You know, not just like the hip-hop game and this, that, and the third, but just life, period. He's just always been a phenomenal human being, man. He's got an incredible story, incredible drive. You know, I mean, the guy he just thinks it and he is it, you know, and that's something that I've always loved about him. And, you know, I just thank you so much for being a part of our platform, my brother. I wish you nothing but the best and nothing less. Make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother Jimmy Nelson on the camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to that YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. Well, this was definitely one for the books. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, though. Until next time, stay tuned. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. And just give me 5, yo.
Everything you get, you got